Hannah B has turned kids with trauma upside down. Her work with Urban Lotus Project has taken a new approach with mentorship and yoga for kids with trauma. I think it's brilliant. This is her story.
I am Hannah B. I'm the founder and director of Urban Lotus Project.
We empower at-risk youth through yoga and mindfulness. We use a really specific style of yoga called trauma-informed yoga, which is sensitive to the impact that unresolved trauma can have on a person, not just in an emotional way, but in a physiological way. So our practices slowly bring the nervous system back into a natural pattern. And the class is designed to mimic the flow of a healthy nervous system. So there's some stimulation and there's some relaxation, but essentially we leave them balanced. We don't leave them super stimulated or super relaxed. It's funny because we're a yoga nonprofit, but so much of it is not actually about the yoga. It's about how we're showing up. We set boundaries with the kids and show that you can set boundaries in a healthy way. And how we're holding space. And one thing that I always try to remind our teachers is it's not about showing up for them. That kind of brings you into a position of power. Like, when you need me, I'll be there for you. But we show up with them because we don't just serve from a place of power and, oh yeah, I do yoga every day, so I've arrived, I've made it, I'm peaceful and happy. No, like, life still comes at you, and we serve from our wounds and our stress and the things that we can relate to these kids on. When they try it and they realize that they feel better and that we weren't the ones that made them feel that way because they were the ones that chose to do it and went through the actions and they felt better from it, I think that's when it clicks. And I think when we as Urban Lotus teachers see that click, we remember how hard it is to be a kid and how valiant you feel when you feel capable. I think I had $12 in the bank, and I was reading some yoga article about how certain breathing techniques can influence your internal systems, like primarily the nervous system. But I just kept thinking, I wish I had had these skills when I was a kid, when I was like 12 or 15 or 21. I really struggled as a kid. For whatever reason, I just was depressed all the time. And when we moved to Reno, I started getting suicidal ideations and just had a hard time fitting in. I got bullied a lot. And I just didn't know how to cope. I had no idea how to deal with feeling so isolated. I got into running for a little while, and then I realized that I was running away from my problems. I got into rock climbing for a little bit and realized I was just climbing away. And then I had to have 5 lung surgeries. I couldn't run away from my shit anymore. And someone suggested yoga because I was on a lot of pain pills. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't even catch my breath after a flight of stairs. Someone said yoga's really good for the breath. And I took one class, didn't like it. Took another class because I had like a Groupon. And in my second class, I met my teacher, Melissa Martinez, and everything changed.
Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe in the video in the top left corner. That way. And the podcasts are linked below. I'd love to hear what you think. And do you think it's a good approach to treat kids with trauma with yoga? I think it's brilliant. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye.